Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video. In this one I'm going to be showing you the creation of this spring landscape painting, and not only that, I have actually filmed some of it in real time because I had a request the other day from one of my viewers, and she said that she would like to see me painting a little bit more slowly because I tend to show all of these in a kind of time-lapse format. So I decided that I would mix the two. So you'll see it alternating between time-lapse and real time throughout this video, and hopefully you'll get more of an idea of just how long it takes me to make these pieces, because I find that even though you know it's a time-lapse, it gives a really false impression of how long it takes, and it seems like it's really quick and easy, and in reality it isn't, as you will see. Okay, so I guess I should tell you about the paints I'm using for this piece. They're Acryla Gouache paints by Holbein, and they're one of my favourite paints to use because they're fantastic for layering. Each painting consists of several layers, and I tend to work from dark to light, so that's why you'll often see me starting with a black base, and I allow that to kind of show through the layers above. Especially on the mountains, if you can see, there's like a little fine black line around the edge of the mountains. I kind of like this, it gives the pieces a slightly graphic quality and seems to suit my style. So here we can see some real-time footage, and you'll see just how long it takes me to paint some of the smaller details in my work. For the hills here, I'm painting little white lines on them with Daler Rowney FW acrylic ink, and I tend to use that for a lot of the details. It seems to work really well over the top of the gouache paint, and it's a really lovely free-flowing, quite opaque type of ink. A lot of people ask me which brush I use for my detailed work, and it's actually a Pro Art Proline Series 101 round brush. I tend to use the size 30, which is incredibly tiny, but it has a great point, and that's how I managed to get such sharp edges and for everything to look so neat. I know that looking for the right brush is really problematic. It took me years before I found these ones, and now I found them, I just keep so many of them in stock because I'm terrified of running out. Here, where I'm filling in larger areas of colour, I've obviously switched to a larger brush. We're finally getting some colour into this painting now. It's actually going to be quite a colourful painting, not that you would believe it at this stage, but yeah, I'm going to use a variety of greens and a little bit of pink as well, and some of them are going to be very bluish greens. I really love these kind of cool toned greens. I think this one was made up with maybe blue-green paint, which you can see to the left of the screen there, mixed with a little bit of black and some titanium white. Again, I'm layering the paint here, so I've started with a darker shade of green and I'm gradually just adding a little bit of white to the green that I have mixed up on my palette so that it just has a slightly lighter top layer. Oh, we're speeding up again here now. You also may have noticed that the two little trees at the top, or bushes or whatever you want to call them, have had some patterns added to them. I did that off camera. There was some of this painting that I decided to do away from the camera because I needed to concentrate a little bit more, and I find that having the camera on all the time, I'm always kind of taking a slight distance from the painting because the camera is mounted overhead, so I can't get my head too close to the painting, and sometimes I really like to have a good look at what I'm doing, and I find that my head keeps appearing on camera, so I do decide sometimes to just do some little pieces off camera. But I wanted to record most of this painting, the creation of it, on camera. So you are actually seeing most of what happens, but you may notice at certain points that it just jumps on a little bit, and that's because I decided to do it off camera. Using a beautiful colour called Shell Pink here to paint the blossom. I decided at this point that this tree needed to be a brighter, more yellowish green. I keep seeing this green everywhere in the UK during April, where everything is coming to life and it's really bright and vibrant. You can tell that this final piece of footage was filmed on a different day, can't you? The lighting is somewhat different, and as I was doing it by natural light that day, the sun was going in and out, which is why it's flickering a little bit. But we're coming to the end of the painting now, and if you hang on just a little bit longer, you'll get to see the finished piece. Well, I hope you liked the finished painting, and if you enjoyed the video and seeing the creation of this piece, please give it a thumbs up and do consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so already. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and a big thank you to my patrons on Patreon as well, and I'll be back with another video very soon.